Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today I got a little bit different recipe for you, or if you follow my show, this is going to be a lot different recipe. I'm making actually a healthy meal for us today. It is a grilled pork loin chop topped with honey mustard glaze, a little bit of mozzarella cheese, sided with brown rice, carrots, and broccoli. Super delicious. One of my favorite healthy meals to make. Why all of a sudden the change to a healthy meal when pretty much 90% of my meals or shows are sweets related. I was recently diagnosed as being pre-diabetic. I didn't really know that that was a diagnosis in and of itself. One of my friends joked with me saying, well, if you're not diabetic, doesn't that mean you are already pre-diabetic? Anyway, it is actually a diagnosis. And so I have to watch what I eat a little bit more than I used to, and get more exercise. And that doesn't mean I'm going to stop making sweets, because I love them, and I'm not going to give them up completely. When I make them, I'll just eat less of it and give more of it away. So my friends are pretty lucky. Anyway, let's get started. For the tools and the ingredients, I have a rice cooker with steamer. These are really awesome. I use mine a lot. I will throw a link down below in case you want to pick one of these up. I have a George Foreman grill. I use this thing a ton as well. You can also just use your barbecue grill, or you could use a cast iron grill pan. I'll put a link to one of these down below in case you want to pick one of those up as well. We have 1.5 cups of water. I have about a cup of baby carrots. I have about 1.5 cups of broccoli. 1 cup of brown rice. I have about 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I have a couple pinches of grated mozzarella cheese. I have a spoon. I have a basting brush. I have some olive oil here. I got some garlic powder, some pepper, some salt, some ranch seasoning, and some honey. And then the star of this episode is our pork loin chop. All right, so first we want to start our rice and our vegetables, since those are going to take the longest amount of time. So what we do is we start with adding our rice. And then we go ahead and add our water. And then we go ahead and add our steamer. Okay, and then I'm going to add these. Go ahead and add the carrots. Simple as that, and then turn it on. And this will take 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, while the rice and the vegetables are cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the pork loin chop. I'm gonna take my olive oil. I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit on. Winds up being about a tablespoon. Not too much, don't wanna go crazy. And then what we're gonna do is I'll take my garlic powder and just barely put some on there. Nice bit of black pepper, and then some salt. I don't usually measure these things, it's just a couple of shakes and it usually works out just fine. And then what I do is I usually just let it drip to the bottom here, and then I just turn it over on the side like that, and it gets the remainder of it, so it gets both sides. See? And then that's ready to go. I'll just let it sit there for about 10 minutes till the rice and veggies about halfway done, and then we'll put it on the grill. Now let's prepare our honey mustard mix. So I got Dijon mustard here, like I said, about 2 tablespoons. And then we're gonna add about an equal amount of honey. Or a little bit less. About that much is all we need, so that's actually about a tablespoon. Again, I don't really ever measure this either, I just do it by sight. And it doesn't have to be exact. It's not baking, we don't have to be exact with this stuff. If you want it a little more sweet, add more honey. If you want it more mustardy flavor, add more mustard or less honey. If you don't have honey, use molasses. Nice consistency. Now I put this on at the end. If I was going to grill this on my barbecue grill, I would baste it right now, and then I would baste it, so I would twice baste it. I would baste it right now, and then I would baste it while it's on the grill. Okay, I plugged in my George Foreman grill and let it heat up. Now it's time to throw the meat on. And you can use your tongs or you can just grab it with your hands and put it on there. I'll go ahead and put that on there and then close it right up. And then this will take about 5 to 6 minutes. It doesn't take very long. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and just check it. Wow, that looks great. See the nice grill marks on there? And you want it to be firm. And I flip it over a little bit and just check this side. Looks very good. Another way to tell if it's done is you can stick a meat thermometer in there and you want it to be at least 140 degrees in the center. But I usually just go by feel. It's nice and firm. And if you're really unsure, you can also just cut into it with a knife and make sure it's not pink. So then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just take it off of here and put it on my plate. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take my honey mustard, and you can either use the baster if you want, or just go ahead and use your spoon. Okay. And then take some mozzarella cheese and put that on top. All right, our vegetables and rice are done. I'll go ahead and take a look, take the top off. Ooh, look at that. And take my plate here and I'll scoop some of this out. What I like to do is cook up a lot and then I'll use it for a couple meals. Okay, now I want to scoop out some rice. Looks really good. I'll just go in here and take some rice. Go ahead and put that on there. All right, now it's time to top off the dish by seasoning the rice and the vegetables. And I just do that with a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of ranch seasoning on my broccoli and my carrots. And there we have it. Our grilled pork loin chop with a honey mustard glaze, topped with a little bit of mozzarella cheese, along with our vegetables and our rice is done. I'm so excited to eat this. I'm really hungry for dinner. Can't wait to dig in. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below and I will make sure to get back to you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video with your friends, family. Take care. Time for me to dive into this. Going right after the pork. Yummy.